It's Batman time! Hello and welcome to another figure review. Today we're going to have a look at the McFarlane toys Red Hood in the DC New 52 design. Very important. I've been the biggest fan of Red Hood ever since he got me back into comic books. Yes, I did take a couple of years break from the Batman comics, and what got me back in was starting to read the re-emergence, the resurrection of Jason Todd as the Red Hood. So I've been looking for a good figure also, but they haven't really done one. I've seen none that was really on par with what I want to see. But I've been very happy with McFarlane Toys recently, and they said, hey, do you want a Red Hood? And I said, yes, Todd, let's do it. What a weird figure this is, but hey, at least it gives me some stuff to talk about, so we got that. He stands at about 18 centimeters to the top of his head, which means we're going up to 7.1 inches tall. Joker, and Darkseid, which were both in Injustice 2, so maybe Storm Red Hood at some point? Now, what is weird about this guy? First things first, his torso is not right. It's crooked. It goes over a little bit to the side, and he leans over somewhat. And I got it now that it looks straight, but if you line up his abs, you can tell that the line in the middle goes off to the right, just a little bit. That's something to keep in mind. The same thing with the arms. I feel like this one looks okay, but this one stands out. Reason for that is it's on a swivel over here, and I guess they didn't cut it off straight, so as a result, it always stands out somewhat weirdly on this side. And the other thing, which is more of an articulation thing, but I'll show you that right away, you don't have ball hinges in his hands, it's just swivels, which is like a huge step down from other McFarlane toys which we had before. So those are, well, actually there's one more, his legs. You can't really straighten them out because the knee pad is a tad too big. As such, they will always kind of make this curve over here. Again, not really bothered by it, but still, it's just... What did you do? What happened at McFarlane with this guy? I don't know. So, now for the good part though, I freaking love the helmet. I love the paint job. It's so nice and shiny. And the eyes, like, they molded this over here. They have the big, fairly big eye holes and the white in there. It looks pretty clean. It's not really covering up all the black in there, but still, cleanless for this amount of money. Like, this one is fairly cheap compared to Figmas and whatnot, where they can't even cover up their colors sometimes, and you know, McFarlane does it. Also, the line work in the helmet looks fairly clean, has a little bit of bleeding in some parts here and there. Mine also has a dent on the top of his head, but that's just classic me. I get all the versions that are broken already. Then you got tons of detail in his jacket. Well, tons. There's some line work and some wrinkles on it. It looks good. And the bat symbol on the front is also... Looking at it like this, it looks really bad. It looks like a kindergartner just slapped that on there. It could be a lot cleaner, and it is just glued on there, I feel like. It's not completely molded. I guess it just slapped it on there. So, could have done a better job of that. I like the red on it, and I like that it stands out. Then you got some more detail in his abs. Sexy. Ladies, he's single. Well, he's not even real. Also, he's an action figure. Then, paint job for the elbow pads. Has some bleeding, unfortunately, but the gray in the belt looks very clean. It doesn't have a lot of coloring, obviously. And then another thing that I kind of noticed, the crotch piece is matte, and everything else about the figure has a bit of a shine to it. So his butt and his crotch kind of stand out weirdly compared to the rest of the figure. You got the holsters for the guns on both sides, and it's, oh wait, the legs. I didn't even notice that. The legs also stand out, they're not straight. Can I adjust that to make it look good? No, I guess it goes a little bit off. Yeah, goes off on the hinge over there. Whew, I didn't even see that before, but yeah, oh boy, the mold has issues. Now I want to have a look at the articulation, see how this fares. The head, let me see that, moves to the back, moves forward, does tilt side to side, and does go all the way around. The jacket will bend out of the way because it is soft plastic. I have a little bit of trouble getting it around the neck over there, but anyway. Also, there's like the small detail. There's like the zipper in the middle of his outfit. I just wanted to focus on that small thing. I like stuff like that. Back to the articulation, what I'm actually looking at. Arms, I think they're on ball hinges, nice and ratcheted. So you can rotate that around, no problem. There's a piece in there to cover up the articulation so you don't see it. And the stability of it obviously is great. Then you have a swivel over here. Ball, not ball hinges, double hinged elbow. And as I mentioned, only swivel at the fist. Well, open hand, not really fist. Then you got some more articulation in the chest area. Goes forward, backward, does tilt side to side, and does not go all the way around. Has just a little bit of side to side movement. Lower torso has some wiggle motion. It is not great, but it is there, I guess. Side to side is alright. And does not really... oh, you can swivel it, but it is fairly hefty and kind of hard to do. Moves forward and back, not really at all. So we're not really getting much out of that. Legs move forward. They move out to the side. Holsters move out of the way. And they move to the back, not really much because of the butt blocking it. It's also ratcheted. Everything is ratcheted, I should say, like with the legs, arms and whatnot. So stability is pretty good with McFarlane toys in general. Also for the knees, to the back, and then for the foot, has some side-to-side movement, forward, back, and a toe hinge. For the accessories, you got two guns, which have the symbol on it, and this one's completely crooked. Can you see that? Holy crap. Well, I guess if you have a Superman figure, you can make it like he bends the gun, right? That was intentional. No, it wasn't. Then you have a card, which has some nice artwork, and the name, and probably some stats on the back, but I don't really care about those things. And you have a base, which, what is this? That's still on there. If you don't want to wreck the box, well, tough luck, because that's just kind of in there, which I don't really like. Final thoughts, which I'm recording for the third time because I can't make up my mind. So I'm just gonna put it into two pieces. Number one, just me, I like this figure. I think the mold's pretty good. The paint job is great, and the articulation does the job, and you can put him in some very cool poses, but maybe I'm just fanboying a little bit over Red Hood because I really like the character and I feel like I have a special connection to the character. As a figure reviewer, I cannot forgive and I cannot just overlook the issues you have with them. And that's just that. The crooked torso, the crooked guns, no ball hinges in the hands, the weird legs. Yeah, with all that going on, I cannot really recommend it, even if myself, I as a fan, like this figure. So that's really it. You want a clean figure, you want a great mold, this kind of does it, but it has issues, so I can't. Part of me wants to recommend it, the other part can't. So I guess just you got to figure that out for yourself. If those issues that I've shown you bother you, then no, don't get it. If you're not bothered by it like me, then go ahead and get it. It's not, comes at a reasonable price, as all McFarlane figures do. So that's, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Otherwise, I'll just ramble on for another hour. That's gonna do it, guys. As usual, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure reviews, card game stuff, and whatever Rat Hood wants. I wish he had a cleaner mold.